I don't know how much you've come across a thing called the Man Gulch fire, and this was a forest fire in the United States. 16 firefighters were parachuted in. The communications equipment was damaged because of a faulty parachute drop. 16 firefighters, 3 of them survived. The problem was that the fire took an unexpected turn, a sudden burst of life. And although the lead firefighter, a fellow who was called Dodge, could see what was happening, the rest of the team could not. Now, the problem was that the team had never really met each other before they were flown out to fight the fire. There was no sense of trust. There was no sense of camaraderie. There was no sense of real leadership. That leadership is developed through constant communication, through training, and to a certain extent through banter. And it's that area, the banter area, which is part of that development of quick camaraderie, I think, which lies at the heart of the recent complaints against both the police and the firefighting forces of misogyny, homophobia, bullying, all of which are thoroughly understandable and utterly repulsive. But where does one develop the skills for that quick team spirit, particularly if people haven't met or worked together before? And because traditionally that has been done with banter, there is every possibility that banter can get out of hand. I think we need to find different ways of creating that, of harnessing that team spirit, not only in the police, not only in the firefighting forces, but also in other professions which work together in teams. I'm thinking particularly of things like teaching. In my other profession, in the theatre, there is a similar sense that we are thrown together suddenly for a show, and then suddenly it stops and we never see each other again. And part of the camaraderie is the shared training and the shared goal. But maybe there is a level of bluster, maybe drawn from the rugby pitch, which has become ingrained in the camaraderie in the police forces and firefighting. Maybe that needs to be challenged. But equally, there's no, one shouldn't take one shouldn't take as a monolithic view that the rugby club automatically produces unwholesome banter. It doesn't. This is a much more, we need to take a much more holistic view of these things. We need to find a way to bond creatively and at a deeper level without necessarily hurting others. We need to find a new way to banter, bants. I didn't know what that word meant until recently.